Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the first session of our new Call of Cthulhu game here at 5% Chance, where my players or victims, whatever you want to call them, for the next 8 weeks will be joining us on a trip to the Dread Carnival. Got some housekeeping stuff to do before we jump into it. And number one, a story is not possible without players. You will see that one person in particular, Latinos Against Spooky Shit, aka Jonathan, is not here. He's had some personal matters come up, but he will be joining us next week. So I'm going to be popcorning it down and then off to the right. And we will be starting with our lovely Chris, aka Hamasama-kun.
That's me. I do things and stuff. Hello, I am Hamasama-kun. You can find me at all social media platforms under Hamasama-kun. That's Hamasama-kun. I also do things on Hot Asian D&D, which is a thing that'll come back eventually. But for the most part, if you want to see my face more, I have a Twitch. I will be playing Rory Choi, the best bean, the second son, the child in desperate need of a hug. Oh, also, I go by any pronouns, and Rory goes by. I think I said like he, they. I honestly don't remember. But yeah, take it away, Charm.
Hello, everyone. I'm Charm. Yeah, I'm playing Frankie. He is a young, impressionable man who's dedicated his comfort towards old noir films and has thus developed the coping mechanism of pretending he's in one because reality hurts. And who distracts themselves with stories? Not us. Anyway, yeah, I'm any pronouns. I'm just happy to be here, and yeah, let's do this. Scxrlet, to you.
Hello, I am Scxrlet64. I make TTRPG content on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I will be playing Sam Bruno, a young nerd who doesn't know she's a nerd. Take it away, Dungeon Master.
God.
Sweet God.
Take it away, God.
Take it away,
Jesus,
God.
take the
I not only want to thank my 3 players that just introduced themselves, but I also wanted to thank the producers of 5% Chance who are behind the scenes right now making all of this work. And a huge thank you to our official partner for this game, Chaosium themselves, where you can find just about every Call of Cthulhu handbook and module. Jumping into it, again, we are playing Call of Cthulhu game set in modern day Los Angeles, a little bit in the future, 2025. Because this is a horror game, I want to preface this with a bit of safety tool talk that I'll be doing at the beginning of every stream. Number one, all players, tech members, producers have been provided consent sheets, and the cast is fully aware of the lines and veils. At any time, a player, a producer, even myself, can decide that the scene is over, we're moving on. But for the audience, all of these games that for the next few weeks will be running about 2 hours long, and they are recorded. So with that in mind, if at any time thematic elements are triggering or unnerving, please pause the stream, step away from it for a bit. You can always catch up later on 5% Chances YouTube or Twitch. For those of you that may have just jumped in and missed the trigger warning screen at the very beginning, trigger warnings for this game can but are not guaranteed to include the following: body horror, primal fears, spooky atmosphere, dead animals, harm to children, but specifically only the PCs, loss of player agency, disbelief in one another's experience, which is not to be confused with gaslighting, all types of carnival themes, which includes clowns, lasagna, drug usage, and adult language. Do I have any questions from my players outside of the third to last thing I included in the trigger warnings? Because I see Chris looking at the screen suspiciously.
Did you say lasagna?
I did.
Jesus Christ.
I totally phased out for that one. Didn't even catch it.
No,
It's
exactly.
terrifying. I know
no.
exactly why it's included too. Oh Lord.
No.
Oh no.
We are in
Okay.
for it now.
Not Grandma Bruno.
Oh goodness. Okay. Everybody ready?
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Rock and
So,
roll.
good evening, dear audience, and welcome. The year is 2025, and the smog-heavy skies of Los Angeles have started to clear, heralding the end of another school year for our players. As the golden hues of a California sunrise have painted the horizon, a sense of anticipation lingers in the air. In a quiet corner of the city, nestled between the urban sprawl and forgotten memories, the Dread Carnival unfurls its tents, revealing glimpses of the enchantment held within. For some, it promises a respite from the humdrum of daily life, and for others, a fleeting brush with whimsy before summer's freedom ringing in the air. But as our young protagonist will soon discover, not everything is as it seems. Beneath the glimmering lights and the old world charm lies a maze of stories waiting to be unraveled, secrets begging to be discovered, and mysteries yearning to be solved. The ticket to this carnival is not just a gateway to fun and games provided to all the students who would like to have one at the local high school, but a beckoning invitation to a world rumored where the boundaries of reality and fantasy blur. So, I invite everyone to join us on this journey. As the carnival's vintage rides creak to life and its age-old melodies play, remember, magic is real if you know where to look. So, let's dive into the world of the Dread Carnival and see where this day and night takes our brave adventurers. We start off as the sunshine blankets the city, finding ourselves in a quiet neighborhood where rows of houses stand like old friends. But our gaze is drawn to one such house, an aging structure with ivy-covered walls and a red-tiled roof that has seen better days. Within its embrace, a room dimly lit by the soft glow of a table lamp reveals our first protagonist. Posters of old detective films adorn the walls, relics of a time gone by, and a desk strewn with notes and aged photographs speaks to a restless passion. Here in the midst of memories and aspirations, Frankie sits, preparing for the day ahead, the weight of legacy heavy on his young shoulders. Charm, if you would like to tell us what Frankie looks like.
Yeah, Frankie is a thin, well-groomed young man with not a shred of facial hair. So suspend the disbelief and imagine a chin. But yeah, short, tightly cropped hair, imitating the look of a picture he found of his grandfather when his grandfather, Francois Sr., Frankie Sr., was younger. So a kind of a old World War II kind of young French kind of haircut. He wears suspenders unless he's on his way to karate, in which case he suspends his fancy pants look, which is almost identical to a film noir detective, with cringe fedora and all. And yeah, but he is of slim, slight build and constantly furtive glances. It's as though he's looking for the audience or the spectator in his own mind's eye sometimes.
As you're looking at the array of photographs around you and you're contemplating the day ahead with your friends, you hear your mother, Marie Besant, from the next room over. Frankie, are you coming to eat before you go out with your friends? We don't want you to be late. I am driving you all.
Mama, I already ate. I'm fine. I promise. The dame was always asking me if I was hungry. She's a good woman, this one.
And you hear a knock on the entrance of the doorway.
I'll get it. Who could it be at this time? Well, I had a feeling I already knew the answer. Was it Le Meow? My cat? No, he doesn't knock. He walks in like he owns... I'll just go get the door.
You get the door, and you see your barely 3.5 feet hunched over, holding a cane to his side grandfather, trying to get the key into the doorway as he looks up, his wrinkled face basically being the only things that are holding his tiny glasses up. Squints up. Oh, yes, yes. You need to tell your mother to get these fixed. They're not working. And as he kind of tips his hat a little bit, pushes the key to your chest as he hobbles back inside. You don't know how he got stuck outside because he lives in the room right down the hall from you. But this isn't the first time Francois Sr. has done this.
Can I take your hat, Papa? Do you need anything? Are you all right?
What's that? What's this? As he takes it off. Yes, thank you. Good boy. Are you excited for the carnival today?
Oh, very excited. Yes, it's gonna be a good time. I get to spend time with my friends. You know, the people that like me.
Oh, these friends from school, new friends, old friends, new friends. They are your age, right? From school.
Yes. They
Oh.
don't dress like me, but they're my age.
Oh, that's good. You're not making friends with, the folks down at the retirement home anymore, right? The proper friends your age do the same old thing, have a good time being teens. I remember
No,
the day,
Papa.
and he starts monologuing with his fists
They
up
died.
and like, it's what?
Nothing. They just that I had to find new friends.
Oh, I'm so, oh, I'm, and he just putting the cane down, walking over to you and tries to almost put his arm around your shoulder, even though you're not that tall and still about to go through puberty, he's reaching a bit. Have you taken time to grieve? You've had much death the last few years.
Oh, please, let's not talk about this.
No.
Mama is waiting for you. She's so excited. She's got food, your favorite. Ma, Papa's here.
And you see your mother quickly rush in and just giving you the look that she always does when
I don't know how he got outside.
I don't know how he's gotten outside either, darling. Thank you so much. And she just kind of ushers him off as you hear the banter back and forth between them. As she walks away, she turns back her head. We'll leave in just a minute. I know you're not hungry, but if you want, I put something in a little bag for you if you just want to take it with you. Please,
You always
Frankie.
do. I always will, Mama. I promise. I promise. You never have to worry about me. I'm always eating.
Okay.
Always.
Okay, Papa. Let's get you back. As she walks him towards his room, and you hear just grumbling about the times of war under his breath again. And you are left in the entranceway near the kitchen with some lovely pastries, freshly cooked. You see a bag with almost steam coming off the sides of it, where you knew she probably didn't wait for the pastry to cool again. She probably just plopped it into the bag for you.
The dame could cook a hell of a meal, and who am I to deny her good grace, generosity, and the art form of her family legacy? Sweets!
And as you say sweets and you walk over towards it, your mother, Marie, has come back in, and you just see from the corner of the camera panel, you just see her like a little tiny smile as she, okay, don't look so happy. Okay, and she jingles her keys. Do you have everything? I know we have to pick up your friends. I know. Ooh, we're running just a bit late. Did you need anything else, my darling?
Let's see. I've got my and he's very embarrassed that he's like has to bring this comfort item with him, but it's his like investigation kit. And he's like keenly aware it's like the when are you gonna grow out of that kind of look whenever he kind of insists on having it, but he's just gonna get a hold of his investigation kit as he mentions you never know when you need it. After all, we're going where there's people, and people are dangerous.
Oh, you're gonna, and you see your mother just kind of twitches her face a little bit, just trying to not helicopter parent.
No.
And she just face twitches. Yes. Quickly turns around and jangles the keys as she opens up the door. Can you call the meow? I'll go get the car started. As she walks off.
Lemiao, my partner. Like a leprechaun at a urinal, he always kept me on my toes. Meow, where are you? Meow.
And from behind you is a tiny little calico cat, maybe 2 years old, with its long tail just wrapping barely around the front parts of his paws. As he cocks his head, you see the tiniest little hat that occasionally you've been known to adorn on your cat. And he just cocks his head and looks at you. Meow.
I tip my hat, Mr. Meow. Good to see you again. May I boop your snoopiest of snoots? Too bad.
And as you boop Meow, just crinkle face and shakes his head violently for a second, just knocking the hat over his eyes as now he's begun to flip upside down and try to attack what is covering his face.
Oh, sorry, Meow. I know you don't like it, but you look so good. All right, and I take it off of him. But I'm gonna make sure his collar is nice and secured, and it's got like our family's phone number on it, and it says Le Meow, and on the other side it says the very best gum paw instead of gumshoe, and
Yeah. And little Le Meow just kind of almost does this. He just stands up a little regally for a moment and just meow
indeed.
as it kind of puts it back as he jumps off the counter, waiting for you to move so he can follow.
All right. And I basically like lock up because I know with my mom so busy, she like with my possibly senile grandfather, I'm gonna make sure that security is really important, Mr. Meow. Gotta make sure everything's tidied up, locked away. Double check.
Oh. Meow. And the meows almost go in sync with his steps as he's almost matching you on beat with a paws to the concrete.
Did you manage to solve that case of the missing cheese by chance? Was it who you thought it was, Mr. Meow?
And you just see Meow lick his upper lip.
An inside job, you say? Well, stay away from my pastries, and I won't have to report you to the fuzz. Anyway, come on.
Okay. I'm going to say you guys get into the car, your mom drives off, and the camera's going to pan back a bit to a few blocks away. The bright lights of LA cast along with shimmering reflections on the windows of a modern apartment complex. On the fifth floor, a balcony overlooks the pulsing heart of the city, which is a stark contrast to the serenity you found inside. The living room is filled with the rich scent of jasmine incense, and the soft thrum of an old vinyl record spins tales of love and loss. Amidst walls adorned with vibrant paintings and family photographs, framed family photos sit across the kitchen table, capturing moments forever frozen in time. And from a camera angle, taking a look around the open parts of the apartment home, it was as if no one's there. But as we zoom into the tiny, nestled-in corner room of the apartment, Chris, what does Rory look like?
Oh shit, it's me. Rory is this sort of matchstick of a person. What might have been very like bright eyes years ago has just sort of fallen into this like very deep haze, just constantly in a state of like not really there. Scrawny, wears like very baggy clothing, is like pretty tall for his age, but hunches, so he seems a lot smaller. He's Korean. He has very short, like shaggy black hair, and these like very big, thick glasses that are probably currently on like a bedside table or something. He is doing his best. He also has a very large scar across his cheek from a accident quite some time ago.
Okay. You could hear a pin drop, and in your home. You know that your friend Frankie is on his way now to pick you up. You were given an approximate time, and you know that he'll be there in about 5 minutes. Anything you're doing?
So I just woke up, right?
I would say it's gonna be about mid-morning, like between 10 and 11. So maybe.
So I just woke up then.
Go on.
I think in a sort of, I wouldn't say desperate attempt, but in just like, maybe my parents are around and they want to chat or something. He's just gonna call out to the house in general and just be like, "Mama, Appa, you guys here?"
Eh! You just hear from somewhere
Oh.
beyond your closed bedroom door.
Pickle pot, which is I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. And you don't hear anything, but you heard your mother sigh under her breath. Because this wouldn't have been the first time it happened. As you can assume, if you wait about 30 seconds to a minute, she would have shuffled her way into the kitchen and started pulling some things from the fridge.
I'll just vibe and wait for that, I guess. I don't expect anything extravagant. Maybe if there's some rice around, maybe. Have like a small bag of chips that I've just been keeping hidden under my bed and just
Snacking on those.
Yeah, just kind of like, oh. I'm gonna text the others in like the group chat, see if anybody else is awake. Just be like, it's carnival time, guys.
I'll say, just for the sake of story, Frankie, you would see this right now, knowing that you're about 1 minute away from the house.
Okay.
It's absolutely the second I woke up. I think with that, I'm probably gonna walk into the living room. Maybe I think he definitely hesitates around his brother's room, like kind of walking past it, like the floor is made out of eggshells.
Mm.
And
As
just
you
and just kind of gazes over to it. Just sort of sits with that feeling. And he's gonna probably move on with his day.
Okay. You're gonna walk into the kitchen where you see your mother, Choi Yoonji, and you see that there's a small bit of rice. There's a plate with probably like 4 or 5 Korean pancakes and some other pastries for mid-morning, early lunch, and some water off to the side, with only one photo frame currently on the table, and it's the most recent photo your parents had taken with your brother Jason. But
I'm not in
that
it.
one,
I'm the one who
you are
took
not.
it.
You are not in that one. You were the one who took that.
That definitely stings. But he's gonna just give a very cursory like, "Samira." Starts eating, and I think every so often maybe tries to start a conversation of like, how did Amma? How did you sleep?
I slept good. You?
Good.
Your carnival today with your friends?
Yeah. We're gonna be probably out for a bit. I'll make sure to text you to make sure I'm okay.
And what time? And she's speaking in broken English, because
Yeah.
both of your parents came from Korea, and she's broken English, looking you. What time home?
Do I know?
You know
Let's
that
skip-
the carnival closes at 9.
9, 10.
And her brow just furrows a bit as she nods and mutters something in Korean under her breath that you can't distinguish, as she turns back, nodding, and continues to wash a couple dishes. And I'll say, with the silence, Frankie, your car with your mother will have pulled up by now. Are you going to the door, staying in?
I will come to the door. very politely take off my hat just in case, it's his parents who open the door. Hoping it's his parents because I love people's parents.
Okay. You knock on the door. Rory, you hear this.
Oh, thank God.
And your mom just kind of looks at you almost expecting like you're gonna go, but your friends?
Yeah, that's that should be Frankie, I think. I think we were gonna pick up Sam. I don't know where Isai is though.
And you wouldn't know, but you wouldn't know exactly what's going on in your mom's brain, but you know that when she hears Isai, she's further reminded of Jason. Because Isai would have been over quite a bit, being such good friends with him years back. Take pancakes, and she's gonna kind of just not even put them in anything, just kind of doll two of them up and put them in your hand and close them as she pushes you towards the door.
Text me if you need anything. If I could probably pick up some stuff on the way home. As he's like kind of being ushered out the door, and opens it to Frankie, I guess.
It's never
Pancakes
taken
in
him
hand.
this long to open. Oh, hey, it's good to see you.
Were you monologuing in my hallway?
What? No. Hi, Mrs. Choi.
Hello. She just like shuffles off quickly, just
Progress. She's not usually so vocal.
How do you say thank you? Quick.
Kasamnida.
Kasimnida for the. What are these?
Pancakes? Korean pancakes?
Pancakes.
Okay.
And I take them and I say, "Come on."
I'm just kind of like. No matter who Rory is with, he always acts like a shadow and kind of just like ushers you to like go forward as he's like snacking on his breakfast.
okay.
Yeah.
Door will close behind you. It's almost as if your mother was back there throwing the door closed, but it's just how automatic how it closes.
He's definitely gonna look over his shoulder back at his house and just kind of just think about Jason. And he's probably gonna try to throw that out of his mind until we get to next.
Did you see the new the release trailer for Thunder Gundams?
Thunder Gun? Yeah, it was great. I'm probably gonna pre-order it. What about you?
I'll probably just watch you play, if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll probably invite everybody over and get to that.
Yeah,
I know that.
yeah, we'll invite everyone over. It'll be Sam and Isai and us.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Oh, my mom's really excited to see you.
Oh, really?
And as
Yeah,
you
you
say that, you've walked outside of the apartment building and you see your mother just waving out the window with Meow just peeked over, almost like it almost looks like he raises a paw for a second, but you don't know if he's brushing his own face or not. And you just hear Frankie's mother, "Oh my goodness, it's been so long. Come." And she's trying to reach back in the car to open up the door, like frantically just.
Oh,
think-
Mom, it's automatic. It's automatic.
Oh,
You guys have automatic like doors?
I mean, they've been around since the 20 years ago, so like 2000 whatever.
My mom's been driving a Camry for the last couple of decades.
Oh, nice. Antiques are neat. I love that stuff. You can eat your food next to Lemuel, but watch out. He'll go for it.
I think in a weird moment of like energy, Rory is like rushing up to the cat. She's like, "Oh my god, hi! I love you so much." And she kind of like hands a pancake. I don't know if the cat can eat the pancake, but it's kind of a part that
Meow
seems safe.
just attacks Pancake as you put it down, just like when cats grab something and start wrestling with it, just grabs it with two paws and just kind of falls backwards upside down on the seat next to where you were gonna sit as he just starts mawing down on it.
Okay, that won't be yours.
I swear, the cat can't hold his pancakes.
Is that from a movie or did you make that up?
What? I made that up.
Neat. I'm just kind
Cool.
Okay.
of goes
All
back
right,
to
Mom,
receding
ready
into
to get
himself.
Sam.
Okay, perfect. Right before you drive away, you would have known that Isai was supposed to come with you guys as well, but Rory, you notice it first in the group chat, a ping from Isai himself. And all it says, "Hola amigos, my family doesn't want me going to the circus, ... as per usual, saying it's too, in quotes, spooky. So I'm gonna wait for them to be deep in their novella, and then I'm gonna be sneaking out to meet you guys. Talk soon. 3 exclamation points."
Send a cat gif. Just being like,
I send it. I see the cat gif. Like, I'm looking at the chat right next to him sending the cat gif, and I'm gonna take a picture of Meow with a pancake like still stuck to his claws. He's like licking it furiously.
I send like
And,
15 hearts after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I tell, oh, use cat style to sneak out. Ha ha ha. Karate joke.
And as we're going back and forth in the group chat, the camera pans away once again to across town in a quaint little 2-story home nestled amidst overgrown rose bushes. The soft yellow, the soft little hues of the arch over the doorway welcoming you in. Inside, you see vintage decor painting a picture of simpler times with the comforting aroma of freshly baked cookies wafting through the air. And in a cozy corner of the living room, surrounded by shelves crammed with books of poetry and romance, Sam, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes, I do think if it is early in the morning and we're getting ready to go, I think she would actually be in her bedroom,
okay.
hurrying up. She just got a new bottle of retinol that she's trying because she's been breaking out a lot lately, and she's trying to take care of that and like dab on some concealer, and also try to clumsily apply some clumpy mascara. It's the first time her dad let her actually apply makeup, so she's carefully trying this out, but she hasn't figured it out yet. She's wearing like a Muse band t-shirt, and her still wet from the shower bleach blonde hair is pulled back in the tightest ponytail that she nearly looks bald if you were to look at her from far away. In her duffel bag, she's got her open that she's packing her stuff. She's got some oil blot pads for her face just in case she needs them, some deodorant. Puberty's been really rough. She's wearing her gi pants, but she recently went through a growth spurt, so her ankles are kind of like poking out of them. And her gi top and belt, she's a purple belt, is packed in her duffel bag just in case she needs it, along with her school books, a brush, a hand-me-down tablet, just in case she needs to get some homework done. And as she's like doing this, she's got some earbuds in and she's trying to listen to her Spotify through her iPhone. She's got some like infected mushroom unseen through. She's like imagining a karate demo to this particular song, and she's like imagining all of like the choreography, but she keeps getting pinged with all of these cat emojis from her friends, and she just kind of annoyedly pulls her earbuds out and then just like kind of skims it. She's too ADHD to like actually read all the messages, so she just kind of skims and then just like returns with the most like a cat emoji, but it's definitely the wrong one, and she just and then she just tosses it aside and finishes getting ready. She has this like big vanity mirror with all kinds of like pictures scooched in the corners, including like one of those long photo booth snapshots with her, like 3 or 4 pictures of her and a boy wearing the little props and stuff. And she's clearly younger in this picture. by a year or two. And she just kind of looks at it and then just goes back to looking at herself. Just kind of. But I think she's ready to go.
As Sam sits back, and you, for the first time, you notice the smell of cookies in the air, and it causes you to sit up for a second. You hear a bang against the side of your wall as you hear muffled screaming coming from the other sides. No, you can't for me. No, I was your
I'm
first.
gonna slam
No,
on
I
the
was your
door and go,
Sam, leave us alone. It's too early for this. Sam, just shut. You're so annoying. Just stop. As you hear another bang,
I'm gonna
as your two
stand up.
brothers must be wrestling in the room next to you.
I'm gonna like I'm gonna run around the corner, open their door, and look at them like.
And Rowan is upside down on the ground with Todd just pinning him down, your youngest brother on top of him. What?
Rowan, we've gone over this form before. How are you on your back right now? He's literally 20 pounds lighter than you. And I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna start showing him the proper way to
What are you
deflip
talking
somebody.
about? And she's throwing Todd off of him.
I'm gonna get in this. And I've hit puberty and they haven't. So I'm like significantly taller and I'm like reaching over him and I'm like, yeah, see, look, you gotta get the wrist. It's all in the wrist.
And as you're doing that, let's have our first roll of the game. A contested brawl.
Okay.
For those watching, as our lovely Scxrlet does the first roll of the game, in Call of Cthulhu, we do not use D20s for general rolls, and unlike D&D, where you want to roll high, you want to roll low here. So, a contested check is with a D100 and a D10 percentile dice, and whoever gets lower
Okay.
might have the upper hand. Okay, I didn't even have the right ones. Okie doke. Oh,
Oof.
49.
Oh, you won. I got a 74.
You got a 74? Okay.
Ouch.
You throw Todd off, and as you're showing Rowan, like, how many times have I told you to do this? You just see a light, like, in his eye, as it looks like he's looking behind you, where Todd would be, and you see him nod and do a little smirk as he just flips you around in a move that you haven't seen him successfully do. You've seen him fail this a million times, but he turns around and he gets you in the same spot with one arm up and goes and stands up. Yeah! And just runs out of the house. Dad, guess what I just did? I think I got, just screaming out as Todd just looks at you on the ground now, shaking his head.
Shut up.
Yeah, purple belt.
I'm gonna like iron myself out. I'm like, it's not my fault you quit after yellow. And then I'm gonna find Rowan and give him a look like, remember what we talked about?
It does.
Well done, younger brother, for successfully overcoming that beginner challenge that I prepared for you. You passed the test.
You got so weird when you started hanging around these new people. And he's just gonna turn on his heel and like walk out of the room.
They're not that new.
I'll say at that time.
Don't eat all the cookies!
As you're yelling that, you'll see your mom, Erin, poking her head out.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby. We're screaming again at 10. Oh, three kids, they said. As she just mutters under her breath.
Look, I'm gonna like give her, I'm like now, I've like just hit her height and I'm slightly starting to pass her. And I'm gonna put my arm around her and be like, Mom, you should have just quit when you had perfection. It's not my fault you decided to test fate and now look what you brought into this world.
And you can blame your father, as you just hear your dad across the room. Erin, stop that, okay? Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say it really quietly, and I know this is gonna make her go like clutch pearls, but I'm gonna say, you know, his latex allergy is BS. And then I'm just gonna skip ahead.
Oh no.
Bye bye, Chrysanthemum.
How did she hear that? She's just like, how did she? I thought we had locked it. We need to soundproof this better. Oh, if she's heard that, she's heard. And at that, we're just gonna cut to you walking into the room with your dad, who just has,
I'm gonna start scooping as many cookies as I can into the open duffel bag.
and he's just sitting there with the New York Times, flipping it upside down, watching you do this.
Hi, Dad.
How many friends are you going with today?
All of them.
All the cookie. It's.
I will eat. Dad,
uh,
Mom says you have to watch your sugar intake. The diabetes. Look, I will help you. I will help you by removing temptation out of sight, and I'm gonna get the last cookie in.
And he's just gonna flick his newspaper open and just kind of like grumble to himself as he sits a little lower in the seat.
Under my breath, where
Yeah.
he can't hear them, I'm just gonna say, they got latex in them, Dad.
Mm.
He can't hear this, but I'm just saying it to myself to just kind of like.
I really just do a little rolly of my own.
Oh no, I don't want to get grounded. I'm trying to go to the fair. or the
As you
carnival.
Roll a
say
sanity
that.
check.
As you say that, you hear right behind you your mom's voice.
Hi, cookies.
Yes. And she just takes, like, you just gave her the bottom of the barrel cookie. Like,
Yeah, the first one that burnt.
How did I even leave this out? And she just looks at you. When are your friends getting here?
I'm gonna pull up the group chat and use what I can read through all the kittens. I look at like the scent based on how far away the Choi house is from our house, and like calculate using my immeasurable intellect to guesstimate an arrival time.
They're about 1 to 2 minutes away.
Oh, just a minute or two.
And both your brothers, almost in just twinning, even though they are not twins and they are a couple years apart, just run up to you at the same time. Can we go, please? Can we go? We didn't get go last year, and I heard they were giving tickets away at the school. You got extra ones, yeah, right?
Dad,
Right?
can they go?
Right?
I'm looking at them right in the eyes.
Right.
Dad, they can go, right?
And doesn't even. The newspaper stays up.
Mom!
Yeah. Honey? And what kind of look are you giving her? Are you giving her a no, please no? Or like
No.
a, am I stuck with them look?
I think my brothers are the cutest little dudes ever, and if they want to come, they can come. They treat me like I'm really cool. Like they've always treated me like I was the cool big sis for like ever. So I'm not like annoyed, though I think my friends might not. I don't think my friends would dare like challenge me on this. But I don't know. I'm like, yeah, if they want to come, I'm not babysitting them. They can go do what they want, but you know, it's a ride. Actually, I'm gonna text Frankie, which car did you bring? How many seats are available? Let me see if there's room. I don't know.
You get this text?
We brought the let's see, the Toyota New Vegas. So there's it's gonna be there's room. It'd be packed, but there's room.
Packed. How far away is the carnival?
It's gonna be about a 20-30 minute drive depending on traffic. Which is actually like really close. It's just Los Angeles traffic. Like realistically, you might be able to walk there in the same amount of time.
I'm gonna say, like, you know that Rory and Frankie are gonna be there, right? I don't know if they like them or
I
not.
say you'll have to sit in Rory's lap. My mom says it's cool. See you soon.
Okay, I'll look at
Is
Rowan
this a
and be
private
like,
thing, or am I also in this group chat?
You're in the group
You're in
chat.
this group chat.
yeah, I'm gonna say, Rowan, there's not a
No.
lot of there's not a lot of room. You're gonna have to sit on Frankie and Rory's laps.
Oh, absolutely. And your mother just shakes her head. She goes, absolutely not. No, Rowan, Todd, if they had room, you know how I feel about.
Mom, you
Hmm.
know we're not. Come on, it's 2025. Really?
And we will be driving with seatbelts on, with everybody in their own
Oh.
seat.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought you were going somewhere else.
Where were you going?
Nowhere. I'm sorry, boys.
Where? And you hear your dad's newspaper kind of crinkle down.
Dad.
Back up.
Um.
Rowan, not Rowan, Todd, the youngest, kind of just, oh God, you're so annoying. Oh, I knew Frankie was weird. He stomps away, like grabs one of the bad cookies. And...
I get a hand him a good cookie peace offering. I'll get you a souvenir, okay?
Fine. Frankie's not that
Good. You guys should practice drum and bass, and then I'll come join in on the keys when I get back. How about that?
And Rowan nods, and Todd goes to take a bite of the cookie as Rowan just smacks it in his face, and they start screaming and run back towards their room where you.
I'm gonna look.
hear the ruckus.
Dad, I know you don't believe in ADD, but you really got to get those two to test, man.
I mean, and you see him crunch it down. He goes, I mean, I don't believe in ADD, but I believe in subtraction. And then the newspaper goes back up.
Internal cringe. Okay, I gotta go. I'm zipping up. I'm gonna wait outside. Love you. I'm gonna give Mom like a girly hug, and then I'm gonna run over to my dad, and he's like probably not paying attention. I'm just gonna give him a hug and kiss on the cheek, and then wipe the grease off my face and go outside and just kind of like awkwardly lean against my front door, like just like seeing, like counting the ticks between how long it takes my duffel bag to swing from one side to the next side. Just
okay. I'll say you're only out there for about 30 seconds before Rory and Frankie, the car pulls up as you see Sam just sitting there waiting.
looking really dumb.
How long should we wait until we tell her we're here?
I'm in
like
my head
30
thinking,
seconds, right?
how long should I wait until one of them tells me they're here?
Oh,
I don't
did
know.
Frankie
Guys,
just say?
What?
No.
Do I just send? Do we go out and get her, or do you?
Well,
should-
I get
why is she
tired of
always like
waiting.
this?
I get tired of waiting and just start walking out. And I'm just gonna pull the door open. I'm like, scoot over.
I think I'm pretty sure that like
Yeah.
Frankie's or not. Rory's like in the center. It's just kind of like
I'm gonna say,
phone in hand.
I'm gonna give Rory like for just like a split second, just like the saddest face, and then just, hey, what's up, kid?
Hey.
What's up, Frankie? Hi,
Hey,
Mrs.
Sam.
Frankie.
Oh,
Mrs.
don't-
Frankie.
Sorry, Mrs. Dusant.
Oh, you don't have to worry. You don't have
I thought
to
she
worry
was
about
called
it.
the Dame.
It's
I'm
Dusant, man.
right
What is-
here. Thank you. And like her tone, which is normally sweet, gets a little stern for a second. So like just stern enough that even Le Meow that's sitting in between y'all just sits up a little bit straighter for a second. Off to Isai's house now? Yes?
I think he's gonna meet us there.
Oh, okay. Then it's just us.
Yeah, we're not gonna be late, Mom.
No, you're not gonna be late. And she just eyes back on the road, puts it in drive, and you guys are off. It's gonna be about a 20-30 minute drive. Is there anything?
Yeah, I'm taking my shoes off if it's gonna be that long, and I'm putting it like right next to me, right in between me and Rory.
I think I'm personally offended by this, but I'm not gonna say anything about it.
Yeah.
Look,
like-
I'm having some growing pains. Okay, I need to stretch
I'm not-
out.
I'm not judging. I'm just
I'm like
it's a
kind of-
cultural thing, and
Oh,
The dame-
sorry.
I mean,
I'll put him on this side. I'll put him in my duffel bag.
It's bad luck in Korea to put your shoes on this thing. And he kind of like trails off as he's like trying
Wait, I'm gonna like. Wait, what? What's the bad luck?
what
to.
growing pains?
There's this ancient
Oh, I grew
Korean
another
demon
quarter
that
inch.
oh.
Huh?
Like your forehead?
Thank you, Sushi.
It's barely noticeable.
Am I? What? Who? What? How do we rank in height? By the
I
way.
think you might be the tallest. No,
You're the
if I'm not
tallest, you got it.
if I'm not like hunching, I think you're the tallest.
Okay,
Yeah.
so so this is my self-insert just in case no one figured that out. Scxrlet at 15, 16 was 5'9", and so that's just what I'm saying that I am. And my ankles freaking hurt.
Yeah, we might be the same height then in this game.
Okay, so we're
But
like,
I'm like 2 inches of just like
yeah, so I look taller, but I stand awkwardly straight up due to like being forced to sit in church, like actively listening and not allowed to just like doze. So I just have this habit of like, wait, so what about this Korean demon?
yeah, it's this ancient demon called, and he's just gonna like rattle off some like K-pop group name. It's like back in the old country, whenever you put your shoes on the, are you sitting on my right or my left?
I'm imagining I'm on your right.
Yeah,
Whenever
that's
you
what
put
I
your
meant.
shoes in between a person on your right, then that's 1,000 years bad luck. It's
Wait,
Oh.
but you said it's,
Isai would know
and then,
all
and then
about it.
Frankie's gonna say, but it's on her left, not her right, so she's safe.
Yeah,
if
but
I-
I'm the Korean one.
Oh, so you get the bad luck. I'm fine.
I-
You know what? I'm gonna move them into my duffel bag. You're like, oh.
That was his like
was
sad
this demon
attempt at a
called
joke,
again?
and it's just like I don't know where we're at right now. I
I
got
know.
lost in the
I'm
bit.
gonna pull out. I'm gonna offer you guys some cookies. They are. There's a combination. There's like peppermint cookies. They're like sugar cookies with bits of peppermint in them. They're very sweet. Some pumpkin cookies. My mom grows pumpkins. And some snickerdoodles.
Now the real character creation question is, which cookie does your character take?
I'm eating all of them.
Oh, it's
I'm a-
like a charm.
I'm a growing girl.
Half of them are gone by the time we open the bag.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like.
Wait,
there's
what were the options?
peppermint, which is like a sugar cookie with like peppermint crumbles in it, and it has very like sweet, not spearmint, but like peppermint flavor, like a candy cane, like candy cane cookies. Snickerdoodle and pumpkin.
I'm gonna
Which
just mutter
tastes
to
like pumpkin bread.
myself. A good conventional crime story always has a couple good elements. A body, and someone trying to figure out what hell happened. Usually with a drinking problem, or in my case, a snickerdoodle problem. And I take a snickerdoodle and start chewing it.
Like,
I'm just
hey,
gonna-
you need to start like a diary and write that stuff down, Frankie. I
I heard
think.
this TikTok thing is pretty popular. You might want to try that.
Yeah. I think you're onto something. It's
They have these
kind
like
of nerdy, but
POVs. Yeah.
yeah, he could do POV.
Jason was pretty big on it a few years ago. I'm just gonna be texting Isai like, help me. I don't know how to deal with these people.
You say that, and I just shut up. Like,
As you do, just gonna take a cookie. I'm pretty sure Rory takes like the pumpkin one because it's
yeah.
about as close as he's gotten to.
Are
like,
there
a
any Korean
like-
curses about putting duffel bags full of cookies in between, like to the right of anybody, or am I good? And I'm gonna like,
you should be fine, I think.
okay, I'm gonna hoist my duffel bag so I can get a little bit of space, and I'm
Just
gonna
kind
like
of, like,
just put my
adjust.
earbuds in and just listen to some psytrance.
And you just see Miss Busan hands kind of tighten on the steering wheel as you mention Jason, and she looks back in the rearview mirror and sees kind of the headphones go in and kind of just like moving her hands around the wheel. Rory, how have you and your family been?
I think like no matter how many times Rory has asked this question in like year or two after like his brother disappeared, still isn't used to it, but is used to that feeling of like him not being here. So which is why he's talking about him so like actively. We're okay. Mom hasn't really said much. Dad doesn't leave his room most hours, but I've gotten to talking to them. That's progress.
Good. That's so good to hear. Oh, look at that! And just out of nowhere, like you just kind of feel like slam on the brake a little bit. Sorry. And she kind of just motions with her hands at the entrance of the carnival that is just beyond the left side exit of the car. I'm so sorry about that. I'll be here, Frankie, at 9 p.m. sharp. What time?
Like 9:05. Give us a chance to walk back.
The carnival ends at 9, Mama. But whatever you need, I'm okay with.
Oh no,
I can.
no, Frankie. It's 9:15, perhaps.
9:15. That'd be great.
Okay.
Are you sure, Mom? Like, cause we can always find another ride home.
No. It's perfectly all right. No, it's okay. It's okay. And she motions at Lim Meow, who's now sitting on the center console in the front, looking back, like looking between you all. Almost kind of just extending his neck.
I think Rory's gonna like very casually like go to pet the cat.
The cat just purring ever so slightly. And as Rory's petting the cat, Frankie, your mom reaches back and grabs your hand really quick, but you can feel that there's something inside of it. And she just
wrap her hand up.
Just have some fun, all of you. I'm so happy you're all getting to go out this weekend.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you sewing Dad's slacks for me. They fit like a charm. Do you guys like the slacks?
I think they look good on you. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, what's a slack?
It's like a
And
type
your
of
mom's
dress
just
pant.
well it up a little bit in the eyes.
Oh.
You look amazing, sweetheart. It's anyways, you all have so much fun.
Oh, we gotta go. Open
Yeah.
door. Yeah, here's my duffel bag. Let's
My
go.
Hanmini used to wear stuff like that, and she kind of like starts being like ushered out.
I know. I'm like, can't be in the room. Can't be in the room when someone's crying about dead people.
Thank
give
you.
my mom a big kiss on the cheek and say, "You're the best, Mama." And then I stop and give Lim Meow a little nose to nose, and I go, maybe you should stay here with the dame. Make sure everyone gets home all right. And no matter what they say, Lim Meow, everyone, deep in their heart, a born detective. All right, stay possum. And I
just
pop out.
instinctively, I hear "stay possum" and I go.
Unison.
We can't help it. It's like breathing at this
Compulsion.
point. Yeah.
Okay. Frankie, when you close the door and your mom drives off, you look at your hand and there's a folded piece of paper. And as you unfold it, you see the most crispy $50 bill you've ever seen. And then there's just a
Old
little
money.
tiny note that's just "I love you" with a little heart on the piece of paper.
The dame worked hard to give me a shot at really stepping up to the plate here at the Dread Carnival. I gotta do it for her. Who else could I do it for? My #1 fan. You
And
guys
when
ready
you-
to get some tickets?
Right as you say that and you move the $50 bill a little bit, you move it up, you'll see underneath that was hidden on the paper, it says, "P.S. Make sure to share with friends."
I'm gonna
And she knows. I mean, I always
stare
will.
at this $50 bill like I haven't seen cash money in forever. Wow.
Your parents
Yeah,
gave
it's
you
got
money?
Yeah, check it out. It's got Lady Gaga on it.
I was just gonna use my phone.
Lady Gaga on it.
In 2025, our $50 bills
Is lady.
We're
is
predicting
Lady
the future.
Gaga.
Canon.
We're the new
Mhm.
Simpsons. It's canon. Long may she reign.
Rah rah. Ooh,
Ooh,
And on
Oh
the
my.
third you all turn on your heel, facing the entrance that you see arches lumen large. Festoon lights casting a soft, welcoming light, even despite the bright sunshine around you. You feel a gentle breeze carries in the earthly scent of worn wood from the ticket booths and a mix of the far-off attractions, sweet, salty, and smoky scents. You feel the ground as you guys are walking towards the turnstiles, just compacted with almost a slight crunch of occasional stray gravel as you arrive to an open line in the turnstile where you see sitting up next to the turnstile collecting tickets from people is this small little woman who honestly should have retired years ago but still has the joy of the carnival behind her eyes as she's squinting as you three walk up. Oh, come here, please. Tickets to the carnival, please.
I'm gonna show my QR code
Yeah.
on my
What's
phone.
it? And she goes to grab the phone from your hand.
I'm like, nah, you
And,
go boop, boop. You just.
no, I don't have boops. I have, and she just kind of pulls out
Oh,
a bunch
no.
of these like golden tickets.
Guys, I thought I was supposed to get my ticket on Ticketmaster.
No, it's like a pay at the door kind of thing.
Oh.
Jeffrey, we have the technology. And you see a Sprice, like
Sam.
17-year-old that almost looks a little familiar. Maybe you might have
Sam.
seen.
Other
see him
Sam.
you just see him run up with a little one of those
The little
QR code readers.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
thank you for
I'm
coming.
giving the side eye to Rory and Frankie for doubting me.
Sorry, Janet. Let me just. Bloop, bloop. You're good to go.
Thank you.
You could go through the turnstiles. Do you guys need the boop too, or can Janet help you?
Do we purchase tickets here, or do we?
Ma'am, I've got good hold hard cash. The best thing there ever was. Now, young lady, if you could give me some change, we'll call it a day. But I have a question for you. And that question is, why do they call it the Dread Carnival? Is it dangerous here? Have there been crimes?
I mean, no.
I'm
What?
filming you as you say this. I
She's just
slowly.
she's just
record.
like she's holding the stub ends of tickets in her hands, looking between all of you. No, just Jeffrey.
Keep monologuing.
Please stop bothering the Ajima.
Jeffrey kind of walks in front of the old lady. You guys go to the high school right down the street, right? I remember. And he kind of waves Frankie's get up and down with the QR code. I recognize you. You guys got tickets a few weeks ago. Remember they were giving out the gold tickets at the library. And
That's right. I guess I'll keep my gaga.
keep your gaga.
I don't.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just we're silly teenagers. We say silly things.
Well, it's the silliness that keeps our hearts from being heavy. That's what Grandpa always says.
That's what they told me in therapy.
You guys have a good day. Okay, and he just turns around. He goes,
My
"Janet,
dad doesn't believe in therapy.
Just let them in, and kind of storms off.
And it's
for
just like
Janet.
They say I should have therapy for my dad.
I don't think we have enough time to get into all that.
Hey, now get.
This music is amazing.
I know.
Thank you, Ajima. As kind of tries to get his friends to stop bothering this old lady.
I'm just gonna walk through.
Calls grandma by the Korean grandma name, right?
Ajima just means like lady.
Oh, I just thought that meant grandma this whole time.
No, that's Halmini.
Wow, I should really.
Have you not been reading the little note cards I keep like sending you? I keep making sure that
I'm
it's
rusty.
important for your. Keep telling you guys. Eventually,
I've been watching a lot of anime.
That's not Korean.
No, you gotta watch Koreanime.
Maps as
Please.
this as this like
Oh.
middle-aged man is just waving these thick textured paper maps in your faces as you walk in. Do you like maps? Maps? Yes. One
Yeah,
for
yeah,
each
Hey,
of
yeah.
definitely
you.
takes one.
Okay.
Opens it up.
And as you guys open up,
Please be illustrated.
we are going to take a break there as I send our players a map that they can look over, and I will also be putting it in the chat
What?
if anybody would like to know as well. But we're
This
gonna
is awesome.
take let's just take a 10-minute break because we've been going for just over an hour. Take a 10-minute break, be back in 10 minutes, and I will send the map to everyone.
Awesome.
BRB. Hello and welcome back, everyone. We have entered the carnival. Our 3 lovely characters have just walked through the golden gates of the circus and have been given a map, which is about to get dropped in by one of our lovely producers. It's about to get dropped in the chat if anybody would like to follow along with what the carnival has to offer. And so, I throw it back to my players.
So how much? So you have the full 50. I feel like that could buy us a lot of games at the Penny Arcade.
Is it still a penny arcade this year? I was worried that inflation might take over.
Inflation. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's like a nickel. That's still a lot of games.
I kind of wanted, if you don't mind, I was thinking we could go on the Ferris wheel together and get a lay of the land and see what's going on.
Yeah, maybe we can see like who's playing at the bandstand and
I just
stuff.
like to know, like this, with the big crowds and stuff. I like to see what's out there.
yeah.
Like,
Let's do the Ferris wheel. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. Yeah. Ferris wheel. I think as they're like walking, Rory is like sending live updates to Isai. He's like, "Hey, we're heading to the Ferris wheel. I wanted to go to the Penny Arcade, but we're going to the Ferris
I'm
wheel."
gonna just be like,
we
okay, mute my phone. Put it back.
we shouldn't.
No, this is like
we shouldn't-
privately. Privately.
Oh,
this is
oh,
the group
okay,
chat.
okay.
Just shit talking in the group chat. I say, because to quote Arthur Conan Doyle, crime is common, but logic is rare, and this feels like a good logical first step.
Whatever you say, Frankie. Let's go.
Is a crime about to be committed, or wait, hold on. I think I'm.
Little did Rory know that crimes are committed 92% of every day, but
92%? That seems
standing
kind of
vigilant.
high.
As I'm gonna I'm like having rummaging through my duffel bag, and I find like a little like empty like Monster Energy drink can, and I'm gonna go, here's a crime.
93% of the day.
All right, crimes have been committed for the hour. Let's go to the Ferris wheel.
Rory's
then I
gonna
look
go run
around.
over to the can and pick it back up.
I look around to just make sure. I was trying to look cool, but I instantly regretted it. And then I'm like, hey.
You just look off to the side and see this like barely legally able to work in California, like 15-year-old guy, just
Rory went over
even
to pick it up.
smaller than Rory with like a broom, and just watched you in the background throw it, and just
Oh my god!
as Rory runs up.
I don't know what to do.
I'm so sorry.
You shouldn't be drinking those, Sam. The Monster Energy drinks are really bad for your health. They can cause you to have all kinds of mental irregulation issues,
Yeah, so-
hallucinations, and lower sperm count, I
exhaustion.
heard. Well, you don't have... I'm sorry about that. That's not apply to you. I was listing the facts in my head.
I was about to have a witty comeback, but the minute sperm count left your mouth, my jaw just hits the floor, and I'm like, "You know
It's
about
just a-
sperm already?"
What do you mean already? We took this health class with Mrs. Evans together.
Look, my
She
parents
made
told
me put the thing on the banana in front of everyone.
My parents were
how did
so
you guys
against
do
that
on the
class. I wasn't allowed to take the test.
I gotta be.
That kind
So
of
fair-
knowledge, dangerous tools, can also be used like a boomerang to smack yourself at the wrong time.
Wait, what else do you know?
Nothing.
Ferris wheel, let's go.
It's kind of like
As you guys walk through, I'm gonna say that you guys had this discussion through the concessions as your feet are like sticking to the ground, obviously from children or adults who have just dropped their sodas across the ground already.
Why'd you say
And
it
you
like that?
walk up to the Ferris wheel. The
sticky.
sticky.
Adults.
What is the weather, real quick?
Oh,
It is
that's in-
sunny outside.
Oh yeah, it's in the morning. Who goes to a
Lovely.
carnival in the morning?
So it opened.
This
You
place
guys would see on the map. It opened at 9. You guys probably got there. Hello and welcome back. Thank you for sticking around through the technical difficulties. Our lovely group of friends.
Question
are-
mark?
Question mark? I don't know.
Friends asterisk.
Friends asterisk. You guys, as you all approach the Ferris wheel, the scent of aging steel, mixed with, since you just walked through the concession area, a faint hint of cotton candy, as well. As you guys, there's only about 3-4 people in front of you at the line. They just let a whole bunch of people on, so you guys will be jumping on in just a second.
Just gonna look at it. Does it look safe?
It looks safe. It doesn't sound safe.
Oh,
Cotton
anxiety.
candy. That's delicious morsel. The only thing that disintegrates faster than my love life.
You have a love life, Frankie?
Do you need to talk about something? Or
Huh?
are you doing all right? I thought
doing
there was
great.
that one girl from our science class.
Nope, I didn't have any partners in science class. I don't know why.
I cringe from the inside when I hear that. Like it's like
Moving on.
yeah.
You
'cause
guys
feel
hear the door like pushed open by one of the carnival workers dressed in the it almost looks they used to work it looks like they used to work at Hot Dog on a Stick, for those of you that remember that.
Oh,
But
Lord.
You remember
carnival
that?
theme, as this young kid just pushes the gate open. Next 10. He lets
10 of
the
us are
first
going in, or
three.
is it like one?
Yeah, I'm like looking around at who's joining us. Ooh.
Well, he
What a
looks
big
at
group.
you guys. The first group, it was just 2 people. Then the next
Oh,
group,
the
it was
next like 10
one person.
collectively. So like
Okay.
okay.
That makes sense because there's multiple things on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
okay.
are we? Is it like
How many?
3?
3. Take the blue one.
Is it one of those like seat ones, or is it like a booth?
It's like the old school kind of where it's almost you've got the
At like the bar?
it's like circular
Okay.
almost.
We're gonna slide in. I'm starting to like get real quiet and real rigid, and I'm like holding tightly on to the railing, and I'm like looking up, like looks a lot higher from where we're standing.
And it's gonna look a lot higher from up there, kiddo. And this kid says to you like the same age as he shuts the thing closed and it
Wow.
begins to move.
Are you okay?
Yeah. It'll be fine. What was that? Oh, just kidding.
Just okay. I think Rory's just kind of like looking out, scanning the crowd, seeing if he saw you arrived.
Everybody make me a listen check as the Ferris wheel begins to go.
Listening for the bolts straining and as we fall toward.
Listening to the buttholes puckering.
I got a super fail.
Super fail.
I forget. What is the margin of failure?
Well, it depends on what you have as well. So what number did you roll?
I rolled an 82 against my
You're good.
20%.
You just nailed it.
Okay. I don't hear
Unless
anything.
unless it gets to the like 95 and up, then
Gotcha.
give me a
Okay.
shout.
Good.
I rolled below the second one, so my listen is 40. I rolled under 20 because I got a 10.
What do we call that?
Hard
Strong?
success.
Hard.
A hard success. That's right.
Hard
Yeah,
success.
it was like regular, hard, raging,
And then
success.
raging. Gotcha. Okay.
Raging
Thanks.
success.
And for those in the audience, there are different levels of successes in Call of Cthulhu. You have a regular success, you have a hard success, and you have an extreme success. But our lovely cast have given them new names.
Yeah, I got a flaccid 91.
Class of 91. Good lord. So I had my own roll. Ferris wheel goes around once, twice, and by the second time, Rory, you're just off in your own world, just wondering when Isai is gonna get there, while Sam is just gripping
Yeah,
at the sky.
I'm looking at my feet. I am like not looking. And every time someone like rocks it, I'm like, stop.
Mhm. Okay. It makes its third rotation, and as you guys hit the precipice of the top of the Ferris wheel, you hear a very loud screech as it slows down almost to when you are at the tippy top center, as it just swings back and forth for a second as the Ferris wheels come to a stop. And I would like everyone to make me a spot hidden check.
Ooh.
Oh no. Okay.
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden, basically the perception check of Call of Cthulhu, but for specifically sight.
Fail.
Oh wait, you can push things, right?
Yes, you can push them.
Oh. I'm gonna push it.
Now remember, if you fail your push, that allows the GM to flavor it however they want, because it's not going to be good. So if you're doing a spot hidden check, take into consideration what sights you're using when you're trying to push your luck.
I'm gonna wait to see if any of you make it before I push my luck. I almost succeeded, but
When we push it, did we have to roll below it, or is it
Yeah, push.
like
Yeah,
the second
you
one, or
gotta-
just like the big
the
number?
second one you need to get on. Like your second roll
Oh.
needs to be under, or
no,
else.
you don't need to get a hard success. You just need to succeed.
Yep.
We just need a success.
Oh. Okay. Succeed by the skin of my teeth.
Okay, I got one success.
Christ.
I'm gonna not. I was so close, but I don't want to push it because I am already in a vulnerable position,
Mhm.
and I don't trust my GM to not do something about that.
You lean just a bit too forward and then fall out of the.
Oh God.
No.
Nah,
Is-
Frankie is his current not listening and not watching fits his inner monologue moment. So he's failing here all across the board.
Your outer inner monologue.
My outer inner, that's right. I
Your
keep forgetting
outer
everyone
inner.
can hear it.
Your inner
Uh,
ear, outer monologue.
Right.
Okay. So the Ferris wheel screeches to a halt as Sam, you just feel like you're gonna throw up at this point.
My heart
And
is
Frankie,
pounding.
yep, Frankie, you started looking around, but then can hear Sam just profusely just
Dry heaving.
No, I'm not writing. I'm just breathing.
Can I do first aid on her to use basic
Yeah.
like kind of like to do basic mental health
Mm.
first aid?
You
We're in a
better
mental
not
health
fail.
class. You make it worse.
I do the Heimlich.
Panic.
So are you trying to calm her down like via words, or are you trying to like locate something medically that maybe
I'm going to like rub on a use the physiological knowledge of like the back or the neck, something like a friend would do that's going to like ease the nervous system.
Okay.
Because the brain follows the nervous system.
No, you don't need to roll for that.
Oh, okay.
Based off of
Okay.
Frankie as a character himself, this is probably some niche knowledge that Frankie already has. It's not something he's trying to conjure up out of nowhere. So I'll say that Frankie, you're able to reach over and try to center Sam back.
All right. I start doing, and I start singing a little French lullaby that my mom used to sing me.
I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? Are we down yet? I don't want to look out the window
Nope,
or the
we're still up
side.
there.
We're still up. Oh,
It's a really nice view.
I don't want to look. Hey, that's a cool song. What's it mean in English?
And Rory, as you say, oh, it's very lovely. You with your success, you see him walk through the front gates. At that moment that you see him, you see Isai walking through the front gates, kind of looking around, just this tiny little Lego from where you guys are at the tippy top. You receive a buzz as it looks like he's looking down on his phone, and it's Isai to the group chat. Just arrived. Where are you guys?
Ferris wheel.
Do you do
Okay.
the Ferris wheel emoji?
Yes.
It pops
Ferris
up.
wheel emoji kappa.
Okay.
I'm still looking down at my feet, just trying to like force a conversation about the lullaby with Frankie while
Sam
clearly
is
just
freaking out.
Yeah, it's about a well, it's mom explained it as it was the song for a story she liked, involving a pink jungle cat that solved mysteries.
I love cats. That's
Isn't that the Pink Panther?
There's no such thing as a pink panther. Even there's only monochromatic leopards, and they only show up in
no wait.
pigmentations of
That
black.
is wait. Is the melody like Je suis, 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 parlez-vous français?
Oh, so your mom's did it too.
I just kind of look at Sam and just kind of like give the look of like just let him have this.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I like see you and I go, oh no, it's definitely a French jungle cat that solves mysteries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I saw that on foreign TV once.
Yep, read that. I was playing on the plane that one time.
Yeah, when
Do you feel better, Sam?
family went on that trip to Rocky
Sounds like
Point.
you're feeling a lot better.
French,
Yeah, are we on the way
French
down?
countryside.
And right as you say, "Are we on the way down?" You feel your whole circular the module you're in just shake as you hear a screech, and the Ferris wheel begins again. This time, you start
Okay.
going into stop and go as you can see that the person below is letting everyone out. And but I'm gonna say about like a minute later with the stop and go, you guys get to the bottom and the kid
Okay.
opens it up.
When you did this, I thought you meant our little
Yeah,
seat
upside down.
flipped upside down and we were gonna start falling.
We died. That's the end of the game.
Ah.
Thanks
That's
for
the
watching.
end.
Call it Cthulhu. Thanks
It's
for
one
watching.
shot.
I die singing the French version of the Pink Panther.
The old Ferris wheel mimic, a good one.
Oh no.
The real horror were the safety regulations of this carnival.
Right, the someone we should have been suspicious when it was someone our age operating this thing.
Okay. Are we
Yeah.
down?
Yeah. I just kind of like help usher them out before I leave.
Okay. You guys receive a text from Isai saying, "Stopped at concessions. I wanted popcorn. Meet me here?" Question mark.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I need a drink of child appropriate beverages.
Okay.
God damn it.
So you guys head over to the concession stand, the concession area. As you're doing, your feet again are stick to the ground. And
Ew.
I need everyone to make me a spot hidden check.
Oh.
Oh, oh my god.
Oh,
Oh
oh,
my god.
oh, I passed.
Fail.
It wasn't a hard pass, but it was a pass.
I got a raging, you guys.
Oh.
I got a 6. My raging is 8.
Let's go. I failed.
Okay. Okay.
Not by a lot though.
You guys are walking with your raging success, Frankie. When your foot sticks to the ground this next time, it doesn't come up for a second. It kind of, you go to pick your foot up and keep walking, but it gets stuck, and it feels like something really small is just holding it down. And as you look, you can see this tiny little gold chain is on the top of it looks like your shoe went through it, and now it's like stuck under it.
I go down and pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up. Maybe it was stuck to the ground. Maybe it just got caught on one of the ridges of your shoe. But when you pick it up, it's a locket. And I'm going to say, make me an, 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 make me an Make me an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Mhm.
I'm gonna push this.
Okay.
Oh, I fail. I got
Okay.
a 78 and I had needed a 70.
Okay.
No.
Failed on the push.
I get to show you guys what a fail on the push looks like.
Yay, we're learning.
You're looking at the locket, and it's a little golden heart, and there's nothing on that side. You flip it over, and in the tiniest little inscription, you see in almost cursive writing, "My love," and you recognize this locket. It there's no way it's the same one, but this looks almost exactly like one that your father gave your mother.
No. No. No, 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 no. 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 Hmm.
So, Frankie, the melody is na na na
Na
na
na
na
na
na na
na
na
na.
na na.
Are you
I
you good?
My mom's necklace that she never she never takes out of her jewelry box. It
Did
it
you
was gi-
bring it?
it was given to her by my dad.
Well,
Who's
what's it doing here? Did she come with? Is she here too?
Yeah.
maybe
Did you drop it?
maybe she dropped it. Yeah, that's probably it, right? It
Either
says
way, you should probably hold on to it.
it
Just
says my
in
love
case.
on it, right? You guys can see that.
Can-
Yeah.
Is it written in English or in French?
He was an American.
Oh, and
So.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
is it like a
very
one of a kind kind of
vintage.
thing? Maybe it's just like a really interesting
Maybe-
coincidence.
Maybe it's someone just got a copy. But I think there might have been a picture in there. That'll determine if this is someone else's. And I'm
Uh,
gonna open the picture, open the locket.
Okay. Frankie, if you can just roll me percentile and roll me to try to get under your sanity.
Oh shit!
Oh God.
oh no, the music just got scary.
No.
Oh God. So how bad is it if I fail versus how bad is it if I push and fail?
It will always be worse if you push and fail. Whatever worse means.
God. Chat. What do I do?
You do it. Let's get this
Do I
party
push?
started. Let's light
Let's
this
go.
firecracker.
All right, I'm gonna push.
Drink
thank
every time
God.
someone pushes.
I got a so sanity doesn't have a middle number, right?
Nope. You just
Okay.
either pass that or number.
Then I passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Describe to me. So when you open the locket, you just what are you pushing?
So the locket is one that requires you to push the base of the heart and two buttons at the top of the heart to pop open the locket clasp, and it closes with a nice kind of fixed click with a almost perfect seamless edge to it. Really nice quality, not a wobble to the hinge or hinges at all.
Okay.
I pop those, and a part of me is hoping to see my father's picture with my mom when they were young. And another part of me is thinking the inference of why, how, what. And the other part of me is hoping it's someone else's and getting a chance to see a beautiful picture of a happy couple somewhere else.
You open the locket and a cold wind just sweeps across the carnival. And Frankie, it's only you that sees this. The cold wind sweeps across the carnival, extinguishing all lights, not just the carnival lights, I mean the sun. And as the sun begins to go out and the light begins to dim all around you, that lullaby, French lullaby your mom had sung you so often when you were a kid, you hear it from somewhere beyond you, everywhere, nowhere. And you hear a voice breathe in as you look at the pictures on the inside of these hearts, inside of the two hearts, and you see a photo of someone's face blurred out that maybe if it was brighter, you could see who it is, but just with the light dimming, you don't know. And to the right side, what looks like an empty photo booth. And as you cock your head, there's no way this has anything to do with my mom. You hear in your father's voice, the game has just begun. And startled, you close the locket. And all the lights come back. And Sam and Rory, you saw none of this. But that's where we're going to stop this episode. And we are going to stop episode 1 for the time here. Come back next time to figure out what the hell just happened. So,
Ooh.
huge
Fucking
thank you
riot.
for everyone that has popped in the chat. Thank you to everyone that stayed with us through the technical difficulties. Thank you to our tech jockey for working through the difficulties with us. A couple announcements. Number one, before we are back next Wednesday, the Ash and Shade Committee is returning at 7 p.m. I believe that's Eastern Daylight Time. If you like what we do here and want to support the channel, you can by picking up cool stickers at Scxrletwoodworking.com. Use code 5% chance, the number 5% chance for 10% off your order on stickers and anything else in the shop. We will be taking this next upcoming week off due to basically half of our cast being out and about traveling. But we will be doing a fun little Instagram live for anybody that would like to join. Before I leave, I want to go back through and we're going to go backwards. If my players want to shout out where they're doing other projects, where you can find them, all that good stuff, I'm going to pop it down backwards to Scxrlet.
64. You can find me on Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube. I make content around TTRPGs, and I will be online next on Sunday playing Out of the Abyss. I guess that means Charm.
Highly recommend you watch Scarlett's games, you guys. She is an amazing DM on par with what you just saw here today. I am also one such dungeon master. Not quite as awesome as they are, but I hold my own. I managed to have an amazing crew that we play almost every night, different crews. You'll see us 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's like 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern or daily, whatever time, East Coast time. We are going to be on doing our season 3 episodes Friday and Sunday. Check out an awesome gang there. We do have a Peter Pan themed game going on this Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And in the near future of October, spooky season, I will be doing a spooky themed Tombstone Western with our very own Jonathan here, as well as Darling Creepshow and Janasi Kwa as my players for basically a Western Van Helsing themed game. So check that out. And I'll pass it on to Chris.
Hell yeah. I am Chris. I was Rory Choi. You could find me at Hamasamakun on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the social media platforms, though I am most active on Twitch. I was literally doing a stream right before this, and but I didn't need the reminder. I knew I was supposed to be here. Yeah, you could also find me running a handful of games in other places sometimes, but the main one going right now is Hot Asian D&D. It is an Asian-inspired D&D campaign written by some lovely, lovely people that I got to collaborate with, other Asian creators in the space. and it is a fun time, and we're getting right back into it, and it's gonna be great. And yay, I had fun. I'm scared.
And I am Chris, aka D&D Imposter, aka your game master for all of this, who can do no wrong and who would never hurt their players. Again, we will be back in the next episode. Episode 2 will be October 5th, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight. I'm pretty sure that's still daylight at this point, but
Yeah.
Eastern time, 9 p.m. And until then, thank you all for joining. I don't know who we're rating, but our producers will take care of that. Again, thank you everyone for staying with us, and have a good night.